Hey everyone, welcome. Thank you for being here on this Sacred Sunday message. And I am honored. I do believe it is March 26th, maybe, 2023. And I love these sacred messages. They're just so, they kind of get you in the heart space. And for me, I love and adore this time that I have with my divine creator, with my guides, with all of you, and with my own inner voice, my own inner light. Sundays are special to me. They always happen. As a kid growing up, I looked forward to church at the time and listening to all the Bible stories and looking at the beautiful pictures. That's what I was always mesmerized with. Go figure, I'm an artist. But I was always mesmerized by the pictures and picture books and stories of God and Jesus and all of those things sacred. And as you know now, I am on my spiritual journey, more than, say, a religious journey. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just feel very close to my own spirituality and my beliefs the way I believe now, okay? I believe in God. I believe in angels. I believe in our guides. I believe in the universe. I believe in the energy of those who have passed and animal spirit energy and all of that. I do believe in the power of shared energy in all things, nature. And so, as I always say, if I had a religion, it would be love. And that's why I do what I do, okay? So we're here today to deliver a beautiful message from Spirit that is, to me, feels more on the line of our deepest soul energy. It's food for the soul. That's what I feel here today. And upon waking and meditating over what message might be for us today, I felt the Sacred Spirit Animal Reading Cards energy with us, and the Lord Ganesha energy, okay, and I felt the energy of the Vintage Wisdom Oracle cards. They're beautiful. And I did grab a couple other ones, the Keepers of the Light. Okay. And if the animal energy pops in, we have it. So let's begin. Take a moment, please, to breathe and clear your energy. If you have to pause it right now, that's great. Clear the energy and say a little prayer to ask for assistance in clearing that energy. And I do believe Lord Ganesha energy is here to assist in that, because it does feel like some sort of clearing that's taking place within our spiritual journey, okay? I am going to start with the vintage cards. It feels like there is some sort of sacred wisdom that wants to come through for all of us in our own unique paths, in our own unique way. And so, thank you. My goodness. If I can get the card, I'll be doing good. Let's see. Bear with me one sec. Thank you. Yeah, see, here, Spirit is saying, you hear about change all the time, right? We always hear it. Look at that owl. That represents wisdom. And that owl, that wisdom is always there. Owls are nocturnal. And so it feels like there's an energy that is always present, even though we don't see it, because most of us are not nocturnal. We're beings of the light, the daylight, that's how most of us are. We sleep at night and are awake during the daylight. But it feels like this energy is always here. Even in your darkest moments, that energy is here for you. The energy of wisdom. the energy of your own wisdom from ancient bloodlines. It is a energy that is prevalent in all situations, whether a good day, not a good day, you're sick, you're tired, whatever. That energy is within you, and so Spirit says that it's a sacred energy that you really, most of us haven't tapped into. And bear with me while I take some sips here. My apologies if that was loud. I get very dry mouth when I do these messages sometimes. And so this ancient energy that's within you it's already there. And for a lot of us, we become overwhelmed with energy from other people, places, things. And it starts to kind of become a great big, if you ever see those big rubber bands or balls of yarn, they're huge, and they're just accumulating more and more and more and more until they become so huge, right? So it feels like throughout our lifetimes we've accumulated, we've grown from situations, but it's also a wisdom that's been inherited by your divine creator. Has given you a wisdom, and I don't think throughout lifetimes that we have practiced or tapped into it as much as we should, or as much as it's there, we don't know about it for some reason. It does feel very, I'm hearing the word, the word problematic came in, but it feels like there in situations in our life, we all have them. We all have paths that have to twist and turn and change and whatever. But it feels like this wisdom isn't being used. And how do we tap into that, And so Spirit says nature. Okay, let's find out what that means. I can tell you what I feel here. It feels like we need to tap into sources that we don't normally tap into for some of you. And that is nature. Trees, the earth, the sky, the sun, the moon, animals. And it feels, that's why the animal spirit cards came in. Because it does feel very much like we are to tap into those energies, okay? And we'll find out what spirit animals are here with us today. I did a pick a card reading, and that one was a different message, but I think I'll do another one about what animal spirit is with us, and that way it's more personal to you when you do the pick a card readings, because you pick what you feel drawn to. But getting back to nature, Spirit says this is what you need to do. You need to get back to nature. If it's, whether it's water, right now, I am in the northeast section of the United States, so it's not a warm climate right now. So going in the water right now might be better to go somewhere south for that, or find a body of water and some people do rituals in the bathtub or whatever, but the water is sacred. There's sacred energy that is flowing, that you should connect with, okay? It feels very much like it is a calming experience, soothing, and might even open up your energy path to your wisdom, to hear your own voice, your inner light, and your whatever it is that your divine creator is trying to tell you, okay? It does feel very much like it kind of triggers a path to freedom from something, but it is all in all directly related to our soul, our journey, our inner voice, our inner light. Excuse me. Let me see if there's any other messages in this deck. I do feel called to the Keepers of the Light deck, because I feel that those Keepers of the Light, those angels and guides, are here to assist us and to guide us with messages. We'll get to the Lord Ganesha in a little bit, as soon as I feel led to open that one. But it does feel like the Keepers of the Light are here with a message for all of us. Why do I hear the name Diana? Okay. It feels like Diana is a sacred energy source that's here. It could also mean that someone out there is named Diana. But it does feel very much, excuse me, I have to get a tissue, like there's a sacred being that we would refer to as Diana that is trying to convey a message. Let's figure this out. Let's get into the Keepers of the Light deck by Kyle Gray. If you've never listened to Kyle Gray, he's awesome. He's very in touch with the angels. And so let's see what the Keepers of the Light have to say here, okay? Feels like Diana is a very sacred type of energy, okay? Oh, and I want to just show you, because the bottom of the other deck, the card that popped out was Compassion, okay? So look at the card that popped out here is Lady Venus. Venus is the energy of love, right? Venus is the ruler of my sign, Libra. Venus is the ruler of my sign. There's going to be, guys, some downloads, right? And for those of you that are spiritual or in tune with your intuitive side, you know downloads are messages and sort of energy that is being brought to the surface of your understanding. That's what it feels like with this Lady Venus card here. I don't know if you can see this. Let's see. It's kind of, I don't know. But along with that comes compassion. So there is a compassion here. You know what I feel is aligning with this sacred energy right now is that it almost feels like it's this Diana, whoever this is, it's Lady Diana, with this sacred energy is here to offer compassion. And it feels like for some of you, you might be hard on yourselves for some reason. You might be in a space where you're torn for some reason about something. It could be that you even feel a bit upset because you don't feel like you have enough time for your calling, for your mission, even for your time with God, for your time with your guides and your just to kind of feed your soul, to allow the energy to move how it's supposed to when you're in those quiet moments, okay? It feels very much like compassion, like this sacred energy here is leading us to a more compassionate direction within ourselves, to forgive ourselves or forgive a situation for something. Guys, when I think of forgiveness, I feel like forgiveness isn't necessarily, I forgive you for, all the narcissistic acts that you did when we were together or whatever. Or I forgive you for, being a breadcrumber or being whatever it was that was negative or toxic, right? I feel like forgiving is more about, I was in a situation, I've moved on, and now I don't want to dwell on it anymore. I want to move on and I want to move forward and be happy. That's forgiveness. That's forgiveness of a situation. It's forgiveness of something that caused you heartache, right? Not necessarily saying to a person or thinking that a person is right in what they did. No. This is about, forgiving is about moving on and allowing yourself to move past the pain, the hurt, the whatever it was, to move into a better light and a more sacred light, okay? Let me see who else is here in this Keepers of the Light deck. Ooh, two. Okay, bonus. Bonus. Who's this? Who is this? Okay, so the energy of Lord Shiva. Yes, Lord Shiva. Says there's an energy here and there's a need for you to honor your inner force, honor your inner roots, honor your light, right? Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. That's beautiful. And it feels very much like it's time for your energy to be aligned with the universe, to have a greater understanding of it feels like it's like this. Okay, so tribal dance came into mind. It feels like this ceremony to reopen and rekindle sort of that inner spark of yours, to ignite something that has been dimmed for quite a while for some of you. And so Spirit says, get ready to come to life spiritually, because it's going to change everything. It's going to open the gates to a deeper soul migration within yourself. It doesn't mean that you give up on life in your personal life. It's not that way. It in fact, moving into a more spiritual part of who you are opens up doors where opportunities for more forgiving situations, for more balance, for more harmony, for more peace, and love in general. You know what's interesting is I find that when I take more time, which I try to do every single day, I try to take those moments just to pray and to be within my own light, my own energy, staying in my own lane. I find that when I'm out in the public, or going to a store, wherever I'm going, I have a smile more often. And the reception that I get from people just by smiling is huge. It's almost like, and something as simple as smiling actually makes someone's day, believe it or not. And for me, it's not a creepy smile. It's a smile that I have an inner peace and inner joy. And it feels like that energy in that moment is there for me to sort of share with others. And believe it or not, for some of us, the act of being kind and loving and friendly and peaceful actually is like, it's like throwing a rock into the river and you see, or a lake or whatever, and you see the ripple effect, right? Of where that rock fell in, where you tossed it in, you see the ripple effect. So where you are standing in your light, no matter where you are, and it brings joy to others. And so, and it's a natural joy. It's not a fake joy. It's not, I'm going to fake it till I am happy. It's a peace that comes in when you take time to have that communication with your inner self, your guides, your divine creator, the universe. And that's what comes in. And that's why this card said, dancing with, what did it say? Dance with the universe. Steps are being given to dance with the universe. Guys, we are being given an opportunity to release whatever holds back. Like, let your soul be free. I think that's what this is basically saying. And this prayer, this charity card comes in, prayer and contemplation. connect with heaven, and you shall receive. See? What did I just say about taking that time for yourself with your divine creator to move your soul to be at peace, right? Even in today's age, every day I see something new, a clip that comes in, or a news notification saying, more banks are shutting down, more stores are laying off, and ahead of the recession. And that's not something I want to get into in this reading, but even in the midst of everything, you can find peace within yourself, because I truly believe we are beings of light, and we are so huge and powerful. And I don't mean powerful as in, Harry Potter magic or anything like that, but I mean, maybe, but our energy is so powerful that we are fully capable of being solid in a storm, of sitting. I think of the I don't know if monk is the right word, but maybe a Tibetan spiritual person that trains to become. It's more like their life is about becoming more spiritual and practicing the inner strength and the path to enlightenment and to energy and light, right? So it feels like we have the ability to stand solid in a storm. We have the ability to project healing around us, to project healing to the world, to the universe, to whatever is going on in the world, to convey the energy of peace and love and light. And it's not always easy, because believe me, I know I lose my cool sometimes. Trust me. I lost my cool yesterday. But the key is to quickly forgive yourself if you lose your cool, and forgive what caused that situation, right? And it's important to cleanse that energy so it doesn't stay stuck within you, okay? Is there any other messages from Keepers of the Light, please? Thank you. Who else is here, guys? Thank you. Ooh. Wow, okay. You gave me 3 cards. And let me see. And they always fall on the floor, too. I don't understand that, but whatever. Okay, let's see what we have here. Yes, of course, Archangel Michael is here. And look at Lord Ganesha. See, that's the reason why I brought the cards out. Lord Ganesha, infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. Look at that. And so, I can't keep my cards up right now. A divine healing is at hand. Right? Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. See, this is all about our spiritual growth always. And it feels like, yes, clearing out those energies that have kept us down. Fear, shame, resentment, hurt, pain, whatever it is. Our soul is greater than these earthly things. And I know that might sound weird to you, but our soul is infinite energy that doesn't want to carry around burdens, especially burdens that aren't ours. But our soul does not want us to carry around burdens, because it affects us mentally, physically, emotionally, and that stunts our spiritual growth and physical growth. Okay? And so Archangel Michael is saying, trust heaven. You're safe. Angels, stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to happen. Trust in the universe. Trust in God. Trust in yourself, your light, your strength, because you are the army. You are the light. You are the muscle. You are the joy that replaces the sadness. You're the inferno that was once a flicker, okay? This is spirit trying to tell you, you're not alone here. Trust in your spiritual journey, and you will find your way in your physical journey, right? I'm gonna take out the Lord Ganesha cards now, because I feel very, very drawn to that energy today. It's a very it feels like a very, how do I say this? Sometimes energy comes through as very strong, and it's like you just really feel it. This is a consistent, calming energy, almost like aromatherapy, how it's like you have these certain aromas help you feel relaxed and calm. That's what this kind of energy is with Archangel, Lord Ganesha energy, Archangel Michael here too. I don't want to discredit or discount him. So Lord Ganesha says there's a positive outlook right here. Positive outlook on the horizon for you. And by the horizon, I mean like right there, okay? The positive outlook comes in for some of you as part of your change or a transition to a more positive outlook. And that it's like something is being lifted, a burden. And so whatever thoughts you had or whatever feelings you had about that burden, it wasn't meant to be with you. And so it kind of melts away, like this energy that comes in just kind of pushes that out. And it forces the light forces the darkness out. That's what I'm feeling, like it every shadow, every corner, the light comes in. I had a vision one time about it was interesting what I saw. It was I saw stairs ascending, obviously going up the stairs. And then I saw a window kind of at the top of the stairs, but it was a small one and it barely let any light in. And down at the bottom was a shadow where you go to the bottom of the steps. It's like this darkness, it's a shadow, and the light from above doesn't shine down there because whoever created or designed that place where the window was really small, it didn't make any sense. So it feels like that design was flawed, but here the vision I had was of somebody coming out of the shadows and recreating, making a new design, making room for more light on their ascension, right? And that's what this feels like. It feels like a journey to a lighter place, coming out of the shadows, owning and claiming that light that is yours, no longer to be hidden, no longer to be in that darkness, in that dark place. It's time to emerge from all that kept you down. Why do I think of Rocky? The movie Rocky with Sylvester Stallone, with him being just victorious. Like he just had this burning desire to, really work on his physique and get in shape to be a great boxer. Excuse me for the sipping. And it just feels like that's your soul kind of breaking free, kind of emerging into something greater, lighter, more beneficial for you. And at that level that your soul is emerging, it can be overwhelming and breathtaking at times. So I wanted to just tell you that there is an innocence here, this energy of innocence, that you are not to blame yourself for not being further along on your spiritual journey. It isn't your fault. It is a result of just life, whatever happens in our personal life. And if we're not careful, we can let that overtake our spiritual journey and keep us down. But I'm telling you, some of you are moving into a sort of like a purification where you're no longer willing to settle. You're no longer willing to hold resentment or toxic energy within yourself. You're no longer willing to do that because it has held you back. And when you look at that, you could see where you were held back, right? And don't blame anyone in particular for that. This is your journey, your lane, your spiritual journey. I heard quest, but your divine plan, yours and yours alone. And yes, you know, we all have families and partners and things like that. So it's not like you're going to say, I'm on this spiritual journey. See ya. You have a nice life. No, it's more like you move into this place and the sincerity, the energy that comes along with that, it's who you are. Okay? And being who you are will be respected by your family members. And some of them maybe not, but that's okay. They're on their own journey and you're on yours, right? Thank you. OMG. Okay, so look what popped out. Spiritual quest. What did I just say? You're on a spiritual... Oh my God, the word quest. That is so funny. It just blows me away sometimes. How this is in sync with what Spirit is trying to say through me, and then the cards confirm it. We're on a spiritual quest, guys. We're on the spiritual quest. And it is a journey that is infinite. We're always going to learn. We're always going to grow in every lifetime. And it may be sad to think that, you know, at one point we might not be, well, we won't be here at some point because our human bodies will give out. But our spirit goes on. And our journey into the next. That's why before I lost my son, I've had obviously other losses in my life. We all do, parents, grandparents, etc. I always had this interesting view or belief, and that's maybe why I'm in touch with my connectivity to energies that have passed. Some people would call me a medium. I don't know. I'm not really into that word too much, but I've always had this interesting belief and just understanding of how our energy goes on into other lifetimes, and how we continue to learn and how we continue to teach in other lifetimes, if that's our journey. It's a continual learning, growing, loving process. And it doesn't end, is my belief, that our spirit goes on and on and on, okay? Is there anything else you'd like to say, Lord Ganesha? Oh, you know, I don't want to get emotional. Well, maybe I do. But there's a song, and I played it for somebody that I really, really care about. And it's I don't know if you know that country group called Rascal Flatts. They're amazing. But anyways, that song, I think it's called Broken Road. God bless the broken road that led me back to you. That is I have the chills, because that phrase right there, it really is about for me, it can be about a romantic relationship. It can be about a camaraderie that you have with someone. Every long lost road led me back to you, or something like that, right? I can't think of it right now. But the gist of it is coming back to that original feeling, that original energy of love, right? Where you were meant to be. And the song talks about past hurts and loves that weren't meant to be. And all of those were learning lessons. They were learning stepping stones to where you're really supposed to be. And I cry every time I hear that song. It just hits so hard. And I'm gonna cry. So I played it for someone that I really care about a couple weeks ago. And we both just broke down and cried because it was just so beautiful. It just hit so hard. And I guess I just needed to share that with you, because it is a beautiful, if you look at the lyrics and hear the lyrics, the song will hit your soul. I'm telling you, it hit me, for me. But, okay, thank you, Lord Ganesha. Yeah. Be candid. Okay, so this card, be candid, like I just was, but also be honest and real with your feelings. Like, I played that song for someone the other day, and we both broke down, and we both had this feeling of, yeah, that's true. It hits. It hits so hard, and it's a beautiful thing, and it became overwhelming. So Spirit says, be candid with yourself. Be candid with God. Be candid in your inner voice, talking to your soul, talking to yourself. Be candid talking to others with love is what I feel, okay? Because there is a beginning here of something beautiful, and it is you're not looking back at the stepping stones to where you are and where you're going. You're moving forward to something new, not looking back, looking forward to something in a different direction, a different way, in a more spiritual energy. And it is amazing. I feel like we're being showered with love, showered with energetic compasses on our path, on our journey. It is very important, guys, that we understand that we are made in the image of love and light. And while we are not expected to be perfect, we were made in the energy of perfection, which is why our path, our journey always leads us into some learning lesson, something to learn, something to grow with, right? If we stay stagnant and just be satisfied where we are, it just feels like that path kind of just ends. It's not. It's like growing a crop, right? Like a farmer tilling his field to grow crops. And it feels very much like farmers, they plant, they reap, they harvest, and then they plant again. And that's how our journey is. We are never in a dry place for long. And if we are, I feel like it is ourselves not allowing ourselves to open up, to expand, to move on. And I don't want to get into that because that's a whole other topic about fear. I do want to see what animal energy is with us today. Please talk to us, guys. And like I said, I'm going to do a pick a card, which animal energy is with you and why. Okay, I'll do that soon. Talk to me, guys. What animal energy is here? I feel the energy of big animals for some reason. I was seeing a giraffe. I was seeing an elephant. Yeah. Okay. But I also am seeing the Wolverine. So if you look at that, number 5 to me represents change. The Wolverine energy is here. And it is helping us. This energy, it's a fierce energy. I do believe that Wolverines are very instinctively, it's like they kind of just know, don't mess with me. I'm on a journey. You do you, I'll do me, and let me be. Let me just look up the Wolverine real quick, and I'll read that to you, okay? Yeah. We should develop a sense of healthy fierceness. Right now, do not shy away from things that confront you, but choose carefully how you act. You can be the fierce, but not angry. Loyalty. You can be fierce, but not angry. Loyalty is important right now. It feels like your determination, your soul is like, nothing is stopping me. No, nothing is stopping us now. But it's an interesting message because that choose carefully how you act. I gotta tell you, in my recent days here, weeks, I've noticed my reaction to things has changed. It hasn't been as defensive. It has been more of a quiet sort of, let me just kind of digest this before I react type of energy. And that's what this is about. It's spiritual growth. It's spiritual maturity. It feels like I just wanna read you this little caption here too. I'm not typically reading from books. I usually use my own intuition here. But I want to read this. It says Mythos. Vidar was a younger son of Odin and the giantess Gridar. Vidar's half-brothers were Thor and Loki. His land is described in the Edda as a high place of brushwood and tall grasses. And it is said that his companion animal was the Wolverine, which was fierce, strong, and secretive. Vidar was considered to be a god of silence and was called upon to uphold vows, especially vows of secrecy. He had magical shoes that made him strong and could take him anywhere. Now, guys, this is a myth, right? It says mythos. Vidar showed his determination and fierceness at the time of Ragnarok, the end of the world. Vidar is one of only a few gods who survive Ragnarok. It has been prophesied that the world would end with wolves eating the sun. The mighty wolf, let me just see here. Okay. uh, Finrar had battled Odin, and the All Father had fallen. Okay, so Odin had or he had fallen. Um, Vidar saw his father fall, and he screamed for vengeance and set upon the wolf. He took off one of his shoes and placed it in the open jaws of Fenrir, keeping the wolf's jaws open and wide, then plunged his sword again and again into the wolf's mouth, eventually killing him. Now, guys, this is a myth. I don't believe in violence, okay? But this is what kind of, this energy is kind of mystical. This Wolverine, it's a fierceness, it's a loyalty, it's a, you can depend on this strong energy, this strength, this sometimes not even recognizing your own strength. So this Wolverine comes in to kind of offer this a beautiful sacred strength to move forward, to move on, to put behind you all the stepping stones that led you here. God bless the broken road that led me back to you, to your spirit, to your light, to your uniqueness, your oneness. Okay? I feel like this message is coming to a close, and on this sacred Sunday, I wish you so much love and light, and know that we are continually growing, we are continually learning, and those stepping stones along the way, we shouldn't be looking back at those. The only thing we should take with us from our past is what we've learned and what we've grown, how we've grown, and taking with us the forgiveness of those situations, and it's all the positive outlook going forward, okay? I'm going to end this now and let you know that I love you all so much, and thank you so much for being here with me. And it is a sacred time in our lives, guys, not just Sundays. We are sacred beings of light, and it is a joy and an honor to grow with you on this journey. Until next time, love and light to all of you. Namaste.